Imagine one of the biggest pop icons in the world, a woman whose music defined an entire generation, suddenly finding herself in handcuffs on the side of a California highway at night. Fans are shocked. The internet is exploding. And the question everyone is asking is, what really happened to Britney Spears? Tonight, we're breaking down the dramatic events surrounding the arrest of the legendary pop superstar, the truth behind the headlines, and what this means for her future. Because this story isn't just about a celebrity arrest. It's about fame, pressure, family, and a woman who has spent her life fighting for control of her own story. Part 1, a night that shocked Hollywood. On the evening of March 4th, 2026, something unexpected happened on a quiet stretch of road in Ventura County, California. Drivers were moving along the highway like any normal night. But then, something caught people's attention. Witnesses reported seeing a car swerving between lanes, moving erratically on the road. Concerned for safety, someone picked up their phone and dialed 911. Within minutes, the California Highway Patrol located the vehicle. And behind the wheel was none other than Britney Spears, the 44-year-old global pop icon, known around the world for hits like Baby One More Time and Toxic. Police initiated a traffic stop, and what happened next quickly turned into one of the biggest celebrity headlines of the year. Britney Spears was placed under arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence. Part 2, the arrest. According to law enforcement records, the incident unfolded just after 9:00 p.m. local time. Officers approached the vehicle and conducted their investigation. Within moments, the situation escalated. Britney Spears was handcuffed and taken into custody. For fans who have followed her journey for decades, the moment was both shocking and deeply emotional. Because Britney Spears isn't just another celebrity. She is one of the most famous pop stars in history. From sold-out stadium tours to record-breaking albums, she has lived her life under an intense spotlight since she was a teenager. And now, that spotlight was focused on something very different: a police arrest. Part 3, what happened after the arrest. After being taken into custody, Britney was transported to a Ventura County detention facility. There, she was officially booked into the system in the early hours of the morning. Records show the booking process happened around 3:00 a.m. But Britney Spears did not remain behind bars for long. Just a few hours later, she was released from custody shortly after 6:00 a.m. Authorities issued what is known as a cite and release. This means that instead of being held in jail for an extended period, the individual is released with a notice to appear in court later. And for Britney Spears, that court date has already been set. She is expected to appear in court on May 4th. Part 4, silence from her team. After the news broke, media outlets quickly began reaching out to representatives for Britney Spears. Fans were desperate for answers. Was she okay? What exactly happened? At first, there was silence. No immediate statement. No official explanation. But eventually, people close to Britney acknowledged the seriousness of the situation. One statement described the incident as unfortunate and emphasized that Britney intends to comply fully with the law moving forward. The message also suggested something deeper: that this moment could become a turning point in her life. Part 5, a life under constant pressure. To understand why this news has hit fans so hard, you have to understand the journey Britney Spears has been on. Few celebrities have experienced the kind of public scrutiny she has faced. From the moment she exploded onto the music scene in the late 1990s, Britney became more than a pop star. She became a cultural phenomenon. Millions of fans, global tours, record-breaking albums. But behind the scenes, her life was becoming increasingly complicated. Part 6, the conservatorship years. For more than 13 years, Britney Spears lived under a controversial legal arrangement known as a conservatorship. This meant that other people, including members of her own family, had control over major decisions in her life. Her finances, her career, even personal matters. Many fans believed the arrangement was unfair, and this belief sparked a massive movement that spread across social media. Free Britney. After years of legal battles and public pressure, Britney finally won back control of her life in 2021. It was a moment that fans celebrated around the world. She was free. Part 7, family struggles. But freedom did not magically solve everything. In fact, Britney has spoken openly about the emotional scars left by those years. Her relationship with parts of her family has been strained. In a message she shared earlier this year on social media, Britney reflected on the pain of feeling isolated. She wrote that what people truly want in life is connection, to feel supported, to feel loved, to never feel alone. And she expressed how painful it had been when those closest to her made her feel the opposite. That message struck a chord with many fans, because it revealed something deeply human behind the superstar image. A woman still searching for peace. Part 8, the Instagram post. Just weeks before the arrest, Britney posted a deeply emotional message online. In it, she talked about forgiveness, about pain, and about the complicated nature of family relationships. The message reflected a mix of vulnerability and resilience. She wrote that while people can forgive, they never truly forget the pain they have experienced. And she spoke about the deep human desire for connection. But shortly after the arrest news spread, that Instagram post was deleted, leaving fans wondering what Britney might be going through behind the scenes. Part 9, concerns from fans. Almost immediately after the news broke, fans around the world reacted. Some expressed shock, others expressed sadness, but one emotion seemed to unite them all: concern. Britney Spears has been a beloved figure for decades. Many people grew up listening to her music, watching her performances, following her life story. And now, seeing her in this situation has sparked a wave of worry about her well-being. Part 10, the road ahead. Legally speaking, the next step in this story will happen in court. On May 4th, Britney Spears is expected to appear before a judge to address the DUI charge. Until then, many details remain unclear. Authorities have not released all the information about the incident, and Britney herself has not publicly addressed the arrest. But one thing is certain: the world will be watching closely. Part 11, a story bigger than a headline. In Hollywood, celebrity arrests are not uncommon. But Britney Spears is different. Her story has always been about more than fame. It's about survival, resilience, and the complicated realities of living life under constant public scrutiny. For decades, she has faced challenges that few people could truly understand. Yet somehow, she has always managed to keep moving forward. Part 12, what fans hope for. Right now, many fans are hoping for one thing: not scandal, not drama, but healing. Because behind the headlines, behind the flashing cameras, is still the same young woman who once stood on stage and captured the hearts of millions. Britney Spears, a pop icon, a survivor, and a human being navigating life in front of the entire world. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe Britney Spears will overcome this latest challenge? Or do you think this moment signals something deeper happening behind the scenes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more updates on the biggest celebrity stories, shocking Hollywood news, and the truth behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next story might be even more unbelievable, and we'll be here to break it all down.